because I'm feeling spicy. And because you know PC players, you get enough preferential treatment. I'm just kidding. I love you all very much. But for once, let's have a demonstration specifically for the Switch players. Which, by and large, for anyone that's watching that is a Switch player, anytime that I log in the secondary character, that is when you definitely know that it's a glitch that you can do. Because any glitch that requires two people is a cross-compatible glitch. Which, pardon me, I am all thumbs, or I'm a little fumble finger when it comes to playing on the Switch. So, this is going to be a bit interesting. But we're just going to do most of the prep work on the PC, just for, in the essence of time. As far as, no, you don't need the bunch. You just need, oh, sorry, I'm looking at that screen when I should just be looking over here. Biscuits. Oh, good. It's over here. This is where you should always clean up after yourself, which I do not. Alright. So there's our dessert bowl, which we will need. Next, we will need a gourmet butcher block. Here, we're just gonna place our things that we will need on this table. Just for everyone to see. Gourmet butcher block. Gourmet dessert bowl. Now, the picture that a few people have sent me has been the proudhorn stag beetle on a tree. And I would love to show people how to place a proudhorn stag beetle on a tree if I had one. But we don't have one, so instead we're gonna put a bee on a tree. Sorry if that was mildly aggressive. I just RNG drops and whatnot. Mildly salty. Happy for people's happiness. I just have not had people's good fortune. Alright, and then the last two things that we will require are a industrial wall shelf And then just any builder's wall. You don't have to use a gold one, that's just the one I'm currently using. Because, well, you know, shiny things and whatnot. Alright, and then in the preparation stage, we will place our butcher block at the edge of our shelf. That bit's very important. Actually, I'm remembering placing the lantern bug last night, and we actually are probably going to want to do it like at the corner of the shelf. Let's see if this will work. Theoretically, it should, because since this is a placeable surface, the dessert bowl still should function as normal. Next, we're going to do our handy dandy dessert bowl for rotational bumping. You'll probably remember, those of you that have watched the laying books flat tutorial will probably remember this little bit. We're just doing it sans butter knife. We don't need it for this. And then we should just be able to, I say should. The lantern bug was a little bit easier. We might actually need that butter knife. So I might have spoke too soon. Because Singularity 6 does like to make a fool out of me. You know, like a little dance we do. Yeah, oh wait, no, it was right there. I saw it, it was green. It was green. It's just a little finesse. Okay, just a bit, please. Yeah, we might just want to put a butter knife on it, like the rotational bumping tutorial, just to make our lives easier. There we go. And now, instead of going at it from the side, we can go at it from the top. You know, if we didn't suck. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. We just need to catch that butter knife. Or is the bumblebee just, like, not going to want to work? The lantern bug was much easier. Y'all don't even know it. It went on like nothing. Jeez, should we just use a freaking dessert plate? You know what? Nuts to all this. Let's see how a freaking like just a dessert plate, if that will be easier, or just a plate. I'm tired. S6. I'm so tired. So dessert plate, and this time we just forget all bumping. Yeah, yeah. The slight issue with this could arise later, but let's see. Anywho, now that the prep work is finally done, so yeah, it could be dependent on the plushie that you're using, apparently. Displeased tiny dragon noises. Anywho, moving on. And then, yeah, we're definitely going to get Dragon to do the finesse part. And then Phoenix will move the shelf. So we're going to form a duo float. So this is where one person is going to grab the base item. Okay. I was pretty sure that I just did. I did. It's just being, switch related nonsense. It is. Okay. Fantastic. All right. So yeah. So yeah, player 2 is just going to move the shelf from one end of the wall to the other end of the wall. That's all I need to do. And then the other player is going to grab our plush and place it on that dessert plate. Let's see if it works. And that was out of sync, because of course. Shaky hands. Or, sorry, I'm doing this solo. I was doing that solo float way. Regular float way, you go from the top of the you go from the top end of the wall to the bottom end of the wall. I always forget that. As I said, fumble fingers. Make sure you're perfectly in sync. Which again, we were not. All right. What's going on here? And normally when this happens, is it a... Oh, frick. Can't remember if it's an order thing. It might be an order thing. So like, who grabs the item first? I go over it in my, like, I have my Dragonfly tutorial, like how to make a Dragonfly spiral. And I mentioned that like one of the players has to grab the assembly first. I just can't. But it's been so long that I cannot remember who. Can I remember? Of course not. That's crazy talk. Well, this time let's. So next time I'll grab the B. And then oh boy. It just does not want to go. Alright, fine. How about All right, it worked that time. So plot owner moves the shelf, and then plot editor move or places the plush. Okay, sure. I don't remember that being how that had to work, but I guess it has been a while. But yes. Now we have our happy little bee is now floating at an angle from the gourmet dessert plate. And now we can just rotate our tree. We should just be able to rotate our tree. It doesn't work as good or as well as the butcher block. Only just due to how short the plate is, I suppose. But that being said, this is also like the curved tree. So you might be able to like say might. Because that is still pretty close. You know, place that on like a smaller tree. No problem. But yeah, what I just taught now, um, that combined with like what I was trying to do there with the dessert bowl. Let me just move the tree because that's how I did this lantern bug. And this one just like boop. But again, that might be the lantern bug. It might be any number of factors. Another option you could go with, because like any of the pavers, like basically, sorry, let me collect my thoughts. They're all scattered. Anything that works as a bumper, you could use for this. So like any of the pavers will work. Because you can place a tree over top of it. So any of the pavers will work for that. It's just a matter of like getting getting that bug to be able, or the plush to be able to bump over the 90-degree turn. So, yeah. Yeah. Glad that made sense, and I'm glad that helped. Whew, I'm so sorry, guys. So many otters today. But the coffee and water going straight through me.